Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Coordination, Learning Outcome A, and Learning Activity B. We are going to look at Learning Outcome, examine the role of plant hormones in tropism, photoperiodism, and application of these processes in agricultural practices. And the learning outcomes is part B. In pair, learners search for and discuss the role played by gibberellins, cytokinins, abscisic acid, and ethylene to regulate growth and their commercial applications. They summarize their findings and present them to the class. Item 1. A commercial greenhouse is producing tomato seedlings for sale. Workers note seedlings bending strongly towards the window. Task: identify the type of tropism occurring. Explain the hormonal mechanism behind this response. Describe how the greenhouse manager can prevent this. State one hormone other than auxin that interact with phototropism by influencing stem elongation. Identify the type of tropism occurring. The response is the seedlings are showing positive phototropism. Explain the hormonal mechanism behind this response. Auxins accumulate on the shaded side. This causes the cells on that side to elongate. Then the stem bends towards light. Describe how greenhouse manager can prevent this. Use overhead lighting, rotate trays, or install reflective surfaces to provide even light distribution. State one hormone other than auxin that interacts with phototropism by influencing stem elongation. Gibberellin also influence stem elongation and can enhance or interact with phototropic responses. Item 2. A farmer notes some maize plants growing taller and thinner under dense planting. Task: identify the environmental signal causing this response. Explain how hormones regulate this growth pattern. Suggest practical solution for the farmer. Identify the environmental signal causing this response. Low red to far red ratio. Shade from neighbors activates photoperiod and light quality responses. Explain how hormones regulate this growth pattern. Phytochrome detects shade and triggers increased auxin and gibberellin levels. These cause stem elongation, that is shade avoidance. Task: suggest practical solution for the farmer. Reduce planting density, use shade-tolerant varieties, or adjust row spacing. Item 3. A bean field experiences a long dry period leading to leaf folding and reduced growth. Task: which hormone is responsible for stomata closure? Why is this response important? How can farmers manage crops during drought? Which hormone is responsible for stomatal closure? Abscisic acid, ABA. Why is this response important? Abscisic acid closes stomata to reduce water loss, protecting plant survival. How can farmers manage crops during drought? Mulching, early planting, drought-tolerant varieties, irrigation scheduling. Item 4. A company harvests banana while still green and transports them to markets. Task: what hormone is responsible for fruit ripening? Explain how this hormone works. Why is harvesting bananas green advantageous? What hormone is responsible for fruit ripening? Ethylene. Explain how this hormone works. Ethylene triggers enzymes that soften fruit, convert starch to sugar, and change color. Why is harvesting bananas green advantageous? Green bananas resist damage during transport. Ripening is controlled later using ethylene gas in ripening chambers. We want to look at gibberellins, cytokinins, abscisic acid, and ethylene. We shall start with gibberellin. The role of gibberellin in plant growth. It stimulates stem elongation, breaks seed dormancy, promotes germination, promotes flowering in long day plants, increase fruit size, especially in grapes, promote bolting, rapid growth in biennials like cabbage and onions. Commercial agriculture applications of gibberellins. In grape industry, gibberellin sprays increase belly size and loosen clusters. In seed germination, gibberellin treatments break dormancy for uniform germination. In malting barley, Gibberellin stimulates production of amylase enzyme for brewing. In vegetable production, gibberellin induces bolting and flowering when needed. Cytokinins. What are the roles of cytokinins in plant growth? Stimulate cell division, cytokinesis, delays senescence, aging, and keeps leaves green, promotes shoot formation in tissue culture, work with oxygen to control root shoot balance. Commercial and agricultural applications of cytokinins. In tissue culture or micropropagation, cytokinins stimulate shoot growth and cloning. In cut flower industry, sprays delay yellowing, keeping flowers fresh. In crop yield improvement, maintain green leaves longer or more photosynthesis. In vegetable storage, delays leaf senescence in leafy vegetables. Abscisic acid. The roles of abscisic acid in plant growth. Controls tomato closure during water stress. Maintains seed dormancy. Helps plant tolerant drought, salinity, and cold stress. Commercial agricultural application of abscisic acid. Drought hardening. Abscisic analogies helps crops reduce water loss. Seed storage. High abscisic acid keeps seed dormant, prevents premature sprouting. Nursery production. Abscisic acid sprays reduces transplant shock. Stress physiology research used to test plant drought resistance. Ethylene roles in plant growth. Promotes fruit ripening, stimulate leaf abscission and senescence, regulates flower opening, controls triple response in seedlings, that is, stem thickening, reduced elongation, and curvature. Commercial and agricultural application of ethylene. In fruit ripening, commercial ripening rooms use controlled doses of ethylene. Degreening of citrus. Ethylene removes green chlorophyll from oranges and lemons. In horticulture, controls timing of flower opening in markets. In weed management research, ethylene is used experimentally to trigger abscission of unwanted tissues. Banana, tomato, mango industries, ethylene for uniform ripening. Let us now try to link hormones to tropism and photoperiodism. We shall start with tropism, that is phototropism and geotropism. Auxin is the main hormone, but gibberellins and ethylene can modify the extent of bending by altering growth rates. Gibberellins increases overall elongation, which can enhance bending. Ethylene slows elongation, the triple response, reduces bending in some cases. In photoperiodism, photoperiodism uses light receptors, the phytochromes, and internal clocks. Hormones that interact with photoperiodism include gibberellins. These trigger flowering in long day plants. CYTOKININS promote cell division in developing floral buds. Abscisic acid inhibits growth during unfavorable seasons. Ethylene can accelerate flowering or fruiting in some species. Let us look at some scenarios on the use of hormones in agriculture. Item 1. A grape farmer notices that her grapes are small and clusters are very tight. This makes harvesting difficult and encourages fungal infection. She consults an agriculture extension officer for help. Task: identify the hormone that could be applied to solve this issue. Explain how this hormone affects fruit growth. Describe its commercial application in grape production. State one potential disadvantage of excessive use. Identify the hormone that could be applied to solve this issue. The hormone is gibberellins, especially gibberellin 3. Explain how this hormone affects fruiting growth. Gibberellins stimulate cell elongation and expansion, making fruits larger. Describe its commercial application in grape production. Commercially, gibberellin sprays are used to produce larger grapes, looser clusters, and seedless table grapes. State one potential disadvantage of excessive use. Overuse may cause over-elongation, thin skins, and reduced fruit firmness. Item 2. A plant biotechnology company is producing thousands of banana plantlets using tissue culture. However, some cultures produce callus tissue without developing shoots. Task: Identify the hormone required to induce shoot development. Explain how this hormone promotes shoot formation. Give 2 commercial uses for cytokinins. Suggest what happens when cytokinins are used in excess. Identify the hormone required to induce shoot development. The hormone required is cytokinin. For example, benzylaminopurin, BAP. Explain how this hormone promotes shoot formation. Cytokinin stimulates cell division and shoot meristem development. Give 2 commercial uses of cytokinins. Commercial uses: micropropagation, producing many identical plantlets, delaying senescence in cut flowers and vegetables. Suggest what happens when cytokinin are used in excess. Excess cytokinins may cause abnormal shoot proliferation or reduced root formation. Item 3. A farmer growing beans notes that during a severe drought, the bean leaves curl and the stomata close, reducing transpiration. Name the hormone regulating this response. Explain how this hormone helps plants survive drought. Give 2 commercial uses of abscisic acid or abscisic acid-related technology. What would happen if abscisic acid production in a plant failed during drought? Name the hormone regulating this response. The hormone is abscisic acid, ABA. Explain how this hormone helps plants survive drought. Abscisic acid causes stomatoclosure, reducing water loss and preventing wilting. Give 2 commercial uses of abscisic acid or abscisic acid-related technologies. Commercial uses: abscisic acid application to reduce transplant shock, maintaining seed dormancy during storage. What would happen if abscisic acid production in a plant failed during drought? If abscisic production failed, the plant would lose water rapidly, leading to wilting, leaf damage, and eventual death. Item 4. A banana distribution company harvests green bananas and transports them long distances. They ripe the bananas just before sale. Task: identify the hormone responsible for fruit ripening. Describe the physiological changes caused by this hormone during ripening. State how the hormone is used commercially. What are the dangers of uncontrolled ethylene exposure during storage? Identify the hormone responsible for ripening fruits. The hormone is ethylene. Describe the physiological changes caused by this hormone during ripening. Ethylene accelerates conversion of starch to sugars, softening of fruit tissue, breakdown of chlorophyll, color change, release of aroma compounds. State how the hormone is used commercially. Commercially used in banana and mango ripening rooms, tomato ripening, and citrus deep greening. What are the dangers of uncontrolled ethylene exposure during storage? Uncontrolled ethylene can cause over-ripening, senescence, and post-harvest losses. Item 5. A greenhouse farmer wants compact, healthy tomato seedlings with short, strong stems. However, the tomato seedlings are etiolated, tall and thin. Task: which hormone might be overly active, contributing to thin, tall growth? Which hormone could be applied to encourage stronger, more compact plants? How does each hormone influence stem growth? Give one commercial practice for reducing excessive elongation. Which hormone might be overly active, contributing to thin, tall growth? Gibberellins may be overly active. Which hormone could be applied to encourage stronger, more compact plants? Ethylene and cytokinins can be used to reduce excessive elongation. How does each hormone influence stem growth? Gibberellins promote rapid stem elongation, while ethylene reduces elongation and encourages stem thickening. CYTOKININS maintain compact growth. Give one commercial practice for reducing excessive elongation. Commercially, growers use growth retardants, adjust light intensity, or manage temperature to control elongation. Item 6. A seed company needs seeds to remain dormant in storage, but germinate uniformly when sold. Task. Which hormone maintains seed dormancy? Which hormone breaks seed dormancy and promotes germination? Explain the balance of these hormones in seed development. Give commercial uses of controlling this hormonal balance. Which hormone maintains seed dormancy? Abscisic acid maintains seed dormancy. Which hormone breaks seed dormancy and promotes germination? Gibberellins break dormancy and promotes germination. Explain the balance of these hormones in seed development. Seed mature with a high abscisic acid, preventing premature germination. When conditions are favorable, gibberellic acid increases, stimulating germination. Give commercial uses of controlling this hormonal balance. Commercial uses: gibberellic acid treatments for uniform germination, abscisic acid for longer-term seed storage and preventing sprouting in silos. Item 7. A florist wants to keep roses and other cut flowers from yellowing too quickly when sold. Task. Which hormone prevents senescence? How does this hormone delay aging? Mention a commercial application. What role does ethylene play in senescence? Which hormone prevents senescence? Cytokinin prevents senescence. How does this hormone delay aging? They maintain protein synthesis, keep leaves green, and slow degradation of chlorophyll. Mention a commercial application. Cytokinins are used in floral preservatives and storage solution for cut flowers. What role does ethylene play in senescence? Ethylene accelerates senescence by promoting leaf abscission, petal drop, and yellowing. Let us now look at growth regulation and commercial application. We shall use a summary table. In our table, we have the hormone column, main roles, and agricultural applications. Gibberellins. The roles of gibberellin is stem elongation, germination, and flowering. Agriculture application, they are used to increase fruit size, breaking dormancy, and malting barley. Another hormone is cytokinins. The roles is cell division, delayed senescence, and shoot formation. Agriculture application, they are used in tissue culture, fresh keeping of vegetables and flowers. Another hormone is abscisic acid, ABA. Main roles, tomato closure, dormancy, and stress tolerance. Agriculture applications, drought proofing, prevent premature sprouting. Then the last hormone is ethylene. Main role, ripening, abscission, and senescence. In agriculture application, fruit ripening, uniform flowering, and degreening citrus. Scenarios, tasks and responses, conclusion. Sample assessment strategies, we observe the learner's ability to use scientific inquiry skills, collaborate with others during group discussions and activities. We use probing questions to find out the learner's understanding of the effect of plant growth regulators and their interactions, the effect of their length on flowering. Thank you for participating in Coordination AB, which is the learning outcome A, which is examining the role of plant hormones in tropism, photoperiodism, and application of these processes in agriculture practices. And we have been looking at learning activity B, which is in pair learners search for and discuss role played by gibberellins, cytokinins, abscisic acid, ethylene to regulate growth and their commercial applications. They summarize their findings and present them to the class. Please, if it has been useful to you, visit me at Mugabi Joshua Biology on YouTube.